Hello, we're going to be doing chapter 15 on peers, and we're going to be talking about play, bullies, cliques, and gangs. Let's start with play. Play is a very important behavior for children and for adults. We play for exercise, to socialize, we learn stuff. It also helps us deal with stress. We do play therapy with young children to help them deal with trauma. A classic study, 1929, of play by Mildred Parton has maintained well across time. She focused on how children interacted with others. She was not looking at the sophistication of their play. Now, we begin with the unoccupied level. The child is just not engaging in play, nor is the child watching others play. With solitary play, the child is playing alone. Onlooker play, the child is watching others but not joining in. Parallel play is common among 3-year-olds. They may play with the same, sometimes different materials, sit next to each other, occasionally chat, but their play is independent of each other. With associative play, it begins about the 4-year level. The children are often playing with the same materials, say blocks, but they aren't coordinating or working together. It is only with cooperative play, which emerges around age 5, that we see children assigning roles and working together. You build the houses, I'll build the roads. This is not strictly a hierarchy, although we don't expect to see cooperative play occurring between 3-year-olds. We will see older children guiding younger children into cooperative play. They will assign the younger child to a role, and usually the younger child is more than happy to join in. A specific type of cooperative play is known as rough and tumble play. The key characteristic of this type of play is physical contact. It may look aggressive, but it is never intended as such. It occurs most often between males, includes roughhousing, superhero play. It is speculated, because it involves touch, that it allows boys to express affection. Think of college sports players hugging each other, chest bumping, high-fiving, etc. If, as can happen rarely, someone is injured, the tone of the group changes. Someone will be there to aid the injured party. Others may go to get help. Regret is expressed, usually, "We didn't mean to." Now, peers are those people about the same age or maturity level. They give us a source of knowledge. They allow us to form relationships. Peer influences can be positive or negative. One of the most cogent things I've ever heard related to this is that we seek out those peers we want to influence us. Now, bullying is a topic that has gained considerable attention. We know that those who bully have as many problems as those who are bullied. Comparing bullying to normal conflict, we see bullying is done on purpose. It often seeks power or gain, and they lack remorse and responsibility. Now, adolescents often gravitate toward groups, some informal, some more cohesive, such as cliques. Adolescents can belong to more than one clique. Now, this next is the legal definition of a gang. It is the criminal intention that distinguishes this group from other groups. Gangs deal with drugs, weapons, human trafficking. The interstates are their primary method for moving merchandise. Please watch yourself if you have to travel at night. Avoid the rest areas on interstates, as these are places where exchanges happen and you don't want to walk in on anything. Locally, a fair amount of gang activity happens at the Dorman Center, the Walmart Plaza. Again, I would avoid this area at night. Morning is fine, as gang members tend to sleep in. I've included a little information on a couple of local gangs. We have the Bloods. They have some distinctive symbols and fashion choices. This is some examples of blood graffiti. More blood graffiti. We also have the Crips with their distinctive symbols and their clothing choices. Some examples here of Crip graffiti and more Crip graffiti. And this was a picture I took. This was in Greenville on a bridge over the Saluda River. 187 is police code for murder. This was more on that same bridge. And a little bit more. This was some Crip graffiti near the Walgreens on East Main Street here in Spartanburg. And some more gang graffiti near that same Walgreens. And this was some gang graffiti I spotted in downtown Greenville. Now, I found this on a building near the Firestone Station by Westgate Mall. The Crips graffiti is in black. The next day it was covered with the white graffiti from an MS-13 gang. MS-13 is a violent criminal gang originating in El Salvador. Unlike other East Coast gangs, which may have members from different ethnic groups, MS-13 is exclusively Hispanic. The FBI has elevated this group from a gang to a criminal organization. And I have some pictures of some MS-13 gang members with their facial and body tattoos. This is the end of Chapter 15. Next we'll have Chapter 16 on schools, and this chapter I've had to divide into 3 sections.